God. Why is it? No.
Choose your destiny.
Because I thought you would have, maybe.
Yeah. Just woke up. It says, because thou sayest, I am rich, and increased with goods, and have need of nothing, and knowest not that thou art wretched, and miserable, and poor, and blind, and naked. So, again, this is the Bible. So, let me see if I can find another one that's better. Basically, it's saying, it's the illusion. It's the illusion, right? Being hollow inside, wretched, miserable, poor, blind, and naked. But this is the rich person, really.
Uh-huh.
Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Sexuality. Okay, I'm asking the question of how many people in the world do you think, have that attitude or that way of thinking of, I'm just looking out for me and my family, or I'm just looking out for me or whatever, and I'm just going to get the bag. You know what I'm saying? And that's good. I don't give a damn. I mean, I'm going to die with my money or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of niggas that run around with that kind of attitude, right? But
I would say
that's not real.
majority.
But that's not real, because in this movie, it's showing you what the real deal would be. So once everybody realizes that nobody can have a baby, then they lose their shit. You get what I'm saying? Because now you realize that this is it. Just want to be a little more careful, and it's all good, man. The conversations that we have, like, I feel like people want to belittle the shit, but so many of y'all, I've already gotten testimonies. Since I've been doing this show, I've heard multiple people tell me that it was like therapy. They feel really good. It helped them. You know what I'm saying? These conversations that we're having helps people. About that. So the idea of, we're talking about creation, right? And then we're talking about religion. We're talking about spirituality. We're talking about how...
two different subjects, bro.
No, this is all tied together, because in religion,
how's it tied together?
Because in religion, people feel like being gay is against God because it's not creating life. That's how it's connected.
I might be one of those people. So how is it tied together? Shit.
Well, we just watched a video where they were showing multiple.
Yeah. I had my example as well. How is it tied together? That's what I need to know.
Because if nature is saying that homosexuality is a part of nature, and also those groups don't alienate each other for these behaviors, it's not abhorrent behavior to them, then what is that? Then we're the only groups that are looking at it that way. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
Well, you talking about what the part when it says he was with God? Well, first we got to go back a little bit more than that. So when it says that he's with God, you know what I'm saying? And it was the word, and the word of God. You got to keep in mind that when God created the earth and the heavens and all that, that angels were there before we were here, before the earth was formed. And looking at it in biblical terms, before the earth was formed, there were angels. There were already angels there. So that's something that existed before us.
This nigga here digging through people's shit, and then slamming the door. I hope that's your shit that you're digging through like that. Obviously not. If they got you on KHOU 11, nigga look like a ghost. Nigga scary looking.
What's up? It's Megan Thee Stallion, aka the H-Town Hottie, and welcome to Off the Leash. Okay, y'all, I have been working.
Men are not intimidated by strong women. The problem a lot of you have is that you think that being strong means you gotta be super rude, You got to be loud. You got to be aggressive, assertive to get your way or to get your point across. But that doesn't make you strong. That makes you insufferable. That makes you unpleasant to live with. I'm paraphrasing off a quote I saw online. I don't think it was Twitter, I forgot, but I read it and it was so deep. The quote then went on to say, "It's not that we can't handle you, but we choose not to in light of better options." I understand
Yeah.
sometimes it's really rare to find a good man, but a lot of your attitudes are the reason why a lot of you women are still single and won't get a man. Well, you might get him, but you won't keep him. Not a real man. Your strength isn't in having this masculine energy where you feel like you have to be the leader, the boss, the dominant one in the relationship. Your strength is in your femininity, in your vulnerability, in your willingness to submit, in your willingness to let a man lead. That takes a strong woman.
I mean, that's something that we don't usually discuss unless it's necessary with maybe a medical professional or, a caregiver.
Right.
Hazel decided that they were non-binary when they were about 4. They had been exploring gender before that, trying on different pronouns, experimenting with different names. But they picked they, them pronouns and chose the name Hazel when they were 4
Ari,
years old.
with the greatest of respect, I have a 7-year-old daughter, right? When she was 4 years old, her main decision of the day was whether to watch Peppa Pig or Frozen. She had not a clue what about gender identity or non-binary or any of this stuff. And I put it to you that this wasn't Hazel's idea, was it? This was your idea. You decided that Hazel had gender issues that she needed to address, and you persuaded your daughter that she was no longer to be a girl, didn't you? Or have?
Well, I mean, that's something that we don't usually discuss unless it's necessary.
Straight to the point there. Let's not beat around the bush here. Let's go ahead and talk about the elephant in the room. Photographed right here. This is black nursemaids holding white children from the 1800s. And it says, "I frequently worked 14 to 16 hours a day. I am compelled by my contract, which is oral only, to sleep in the house. I am allowed to go home to my children, the oldest of whom is a girl of 18 years, only once in 2 weeks. Not only have to nurse a little white child, now 11 months old, but I have to act as playmate to 3 other children in the home. I wash and dress the baby 2 or 3 times each day. I give it its meals, mainly from a bottle. I have to put it to bed each night, and in addition, I have to get up and attend to its every call between midnight and morning. If the baby falls asleep during the day, as it has been trained to do every day about 11 o'clock, I am not permitted to rest." It says, "I don't know what it is to go to church. I don't know what it is to go to a lecture or entertainment or any of the kind. I live a treadmill life, and I see my own children only when they happen to," I don't know, I have to scroll to see more. Oh, shit. "When they happen to see me on the streets when I'm out with the children, or when my children come to the yard to see me, which is often because my white folks don't like to see their servants' children hanging around their premises. And what do I get for this work, this lifetime bondage? The pitiful sum of $10 a month, and what I'm expected to do with these $10. With this money, I'm expected to pay my house rent, which is $4 per month, for a little house of 2 rooms, just big enough to turn around in. And I'm expected also to feed and clothe myself and 3 children." Hold on, a little bit more. When I think of the low rate of wages we poor colored people receive, and when I hear so much said about our unreliability, our untrustworthiness, and even our vices, I recall the story. Damn it.
This lets me know how far back it goes without us having. that you could believe in that is gonna still guide you towards fear, or things that's gonna take you away from nature. You know what I'm saying? So that just the idea of belief is not necessarily the stronghold.
Right. You got to have some science backing up. Doc says it's the secret. Quantum physics, the combined power of all mankind's belief, become an energy field that we can draw on and use to manipulate our world. We are created in God's image as a spiritual being connected to the universe. The meat sack is just the shell. We are the power.
Yeah.
Well said, Doc.
Yep, well said. And I think we can end on that. That's
perfect.
You know what I'm saying?
Peace and love. Thank y'all for joining. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for your time. Thank y'all for commenting. Thank y'all for liking and sharing and subscribing and telling your friends.
Yeah. Thank y'all for everything. Getting our viewership up. I think our viewership will be growing a lot more in the near future. So we thank y'all in advance.
Yeah.
Come and join the club.
Yep. Come join the conversation. Come chat with me and Pat.
I didn't know that you realized that.
Done, son. Yeah, King Chaka Entertainment. Here we go. If you haven't already, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Check us live and become a part of the show on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube, Wednesday and Thursday at 11 p.m. and Friday and Saturday at 1 a.m. Central Standard Time. Yeah. While you're playing the game, working out, cleaning, or whatever, check out the more refined audio versions of the show on Spotify, Apple, Anchor, and more. Keyword King Chaka Ent. Yeah. Shouts out to Pat, Doc, Deuce, Curtis, Brendan, Elliott, Juanita, Jay Lethal, Tariq, my Twitch follower, Francisco, and others for always supporting the channel. Yeah. Race, spirituality, politics. Let's talk about it. We generate interest into what has happened and what is happening in our world. Therefore, creating activists. Let's go. Dale gas, baby.
Dime qué tú quieres, papi.